All right, so there we are. We have some permission now to access this file, but this is not all. The first thing we want to do is that we want to find all the files, where I have the permission of a general permission, and we'll look at the type to be all right. That should be greater now. These are just basic in this command, and we press enter. So basically what we're getting is we're getting those files that have permission for all the users. We want to check on some of those users, what other users have done. And what we have here is up nodes. I think that's of interest, up the nodes. So what we're going to do is that we're going to cd into that, and we go to ls, and we see that we have nodes and nodes.py. What is that? Let us see what is nodes.py. Okay, and we scroll up a little bit, and we are checking the file. Okay, import speaker, that is a Python command. You must study Python to get more about that. Oh, hold on a minute. It seems as if Curtis is using this program. Curtis seems to be using this nodes.py. And remember, Curtis is one of those users we don't have access to. Right at the top here, you take a look here, right here. So we don't have access to Curtis, which means he's of a higher privilege. And but here we see that he is using nodes.py to maybe type his note or something. Okay, so what are we going to do right here? We're going to use the nodes.py so that we can take over Curtis' account. Sound far-fetched, right? Let us clear and see. We're going to use nodes. We have the nodes.py, which Curtis too is using, and we can use that to get to Curtis' account. And if we're able to get a Curtis account, it means we have had a higher privilege on the network. This is what we definitely want. We don't want to remain at a stage whereby we can't really do much. All right, so what we're going to do is that we're going to create a new file, and to create a new file, we're going to use a denews command to touch. Sorry, that's cap locks. We're going to touch, and we're going to touch the file into the temporary directory, and we're going to name it as Zuoix. And that has been done. So what we're going to do right now is that we're going to nano that file, nano temps Zuoix, and we're going to have a command line like that so that we can type something inside. But what we are trying to type is a Python shell, a Python reverse shell, which is going to help us to get that. So we just type cos and system. And once we do that, we're going to get a capital S, and which is a bin, SH, and we end it with a small t and a full stop. So we're going to take yes and save that. Okay, it's saved already. Now we have a small file which we can now put into that. So let's first of all go ahead and look and check on. Let's first of all check on the notes. So let's open up notes and see what happens. Notes, and we just received a message. Welcome to join to-do list. Type help for more info. So let's type help, and on that help we see that we can load a file. Okay, we can load a file into notes.py. Let's try. Let's download that. So we're going to use a load command, and we're going to load it. We're going to load the TMP. Actually, we're using that because it's far from. All right. So let's type ID. Wow. And now, guess you me, we have access to Curtis. Alright, let's see if we truly have access to Curtis by typing the CD, and of course Curtis, if I spell his name correctly. All right, and we're going to list this directory by using ls minus lats. All right, so without too much trouble, we do have access to Curtis account. If we take a good look at what we have here, we also notice that SSH is enabled for this user. And already, because we are as Curtis, we already have a higher privilege, as a root privilege here. And something interesting I see at notes was recently used, so almost like 45 minutes ago, or is it seconds, I don't know. So what we're going to do is that we're going to check what is there, and we're going to cut notes. And this is what Curtis had been typing. I found Marie's key file and was able to log in via SSH, but it seems she has another layer of protection. So with Marie, if you are in Cameroon and you are using internet, you might be getting an idea of which network we are talking about. So let's look into Marie. Okay, let us grep Marie. Since we already have root privileges, we can do that. We grep Marie, and we're looking into the password file. And surprisingly, Marie is Delacroix, which we had when we were doing this attack here. So remember, we already have access to Amapo, which we have finished. We have had access to Curtis, and now if we are able to have access to Delacroix, then we can do virtually everything on this server. So let's see if we can actually get that. Let's use a string. Let's do string. This is just a number. So we're going to take this name. I would not like to spell it. I think it's French. I'm not going to paste it right here. All right. String not found. Okay. Meanwhile, let's try strings. Okay. I think I omitted an S. All right. So here we have a very good clue of who Delacroix is, and her password is Marie. We have her password and everything. So what stops you now from creating your own reverse shell, your own payload?